Hello everyone, and welcome back to Darkstorm Does Minecraft, my single-player Let's Play series where I take a look at the Direwolf20 mod pack from the FTB launcher. I actually succeeded in saying this. Last Sunday special I was accidentally doing this intro instead of the special intro, which was very weird. I guess I'm more used to doing this, I guess. Well, I've been making upgrades. You can see there's a new building there. It's like over the water. I said I would do some Botania. I've also been doing some Blood Magic, which I'll just show you down here. But first, farms. I have extended and made another farm, another farm, another farm for some cotton, because with the needing for the wires for applied energy sticks, I need wool. So I have made some so I can get some more cotton. And also, I have a tendency to run out of food right now, especially regarding to the wheat, because of this structure. Now, you might be wondering, what the hell is this? Well, the only thing useful about this structure right now... Oh, it's just that one. Except for that, this thing here is just aesthetics. But this is the size of the... This will be the size of a tier 6 blood altar. I have never gone that high before. Ever. I have barely even managed tier 5, where you actually need 4 beacons. Tier 6 is apparently a whole other thing that's going to be so much more trouble. But I really want to try it. Now, there's a reason for these pillars. Because you need special capstones. And there's also a reason for the cobble. That one we'll get to later. That's for an automatic, well, not automatic, it's for a ritual that I want to make there, called the Well of Suffering, so that I can actually gather blood. Because if you don't gather blood, you have to use this, Sacrificial Orb. And that puts blood in the blood altar, and I'm losing health. And I really don't want to do that. I have made this Blood Letters pack, which is quite useful. You just put it on as a chest piece, and then it just hurts me. Ow, ow. And then it keeps me at half health. And as soon as I regen, it takes it and it stores it in here. It can store up to 10,000 LP life points. And this just, yeah, that one takes a turn. As you can see, this is the reason I run out of food, because when regenning, you grow hungry. Funnily enough. And I made the divination signal and the first blood orb. Now, the first blood orb actually requires a diamond and 2,000 LP. Each heart, I believe, gives you 200. So that's the total of one player death, pretty much. And you actually have to be careful, because you can accidentally kill yourself. This one, if you right-click it, ow, you take damage, and it stores health in your network. As you can see here, I am currently at the maximum. Out here on the left side of the screen, you can see a lovely bar. That's the amount of blood or life essence of life points I can store just in my orbs. And then there is how much here in this altar, which is currently tier 1, has 3,000 in it. Now, it can store up to 10,000, so that's me emptying a entire Blood Letters pack into it. Just heal up a bit. I'm going to need some more food, because I am being eaten. Oh yes, I also made this, and I put place spawner in there. Remember I talked about doing that? Ow! I talked about doing that last time. Is it just me, or is there no sound? No sound. Just not hearing anything. Not making any damage noise. Oh well. But this spawns them, and then I made this, the grinder here. The haha grinder. Also from Mine Factory Reloaded. It's not that bad to make, actually. It's just a bunch of tin and some invar and some books. And it grinds them down, and then it makes mob essence out of the mobs, and then it pumps out the drops. So I'm actually getting blaze rot, sulfur, nothing extra so far. And there, I made a drum. Drums are useful because they're just somewhat portable tanks, holding 256 buckets. At least the standard one, which is just a bunch of iron, and I have a ton of iron. Then there's this one, the bedrockian drum, holding 65,536 buckets. But that's ridiculous to make, because you need this thing called bedrockium from extra utilities, which is a ton of cobblestone. Compressed cobblestone around diamond to make one. Okay. Can be damaged and destroyed with enough pressure. Sure. Whatever. I added... oh yes. The blood altar you use mostly to make these slates. Different sorts of slates. You put stone in it and then it becomes this. You can also... but I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do this. Here's the different recipes. You can see here there's a tier requirement for the altar. Meaning that if you don't have the altar upgraded to high enough tier, you can't actually make these things. This crystal clusters. I've never gotten those because you have to like make the demon invasion, I think it's called. Something. It's nasty. This I really want, but it requires tier 4 because then you can actually teleport blocks. But I guess that's just troublesome. As you can see, there's quite a few requirements for the tiers. The altar isn't that difficult to upgrade in the beginning, usually, but you need these slates because you need to make the runes. These different runes to put down. Each have a different effect, just the blood rune or of themselves. They don't have an effect, they just help building. Then there's the augmented capacity, which increases the amount of blood points that, or LP that can be stored in the altar. Dislocation, I think, is transfer of something. Rune of the Orb boosts how much you can store in your orb. Superior capacity, except can you actually make that now? You can actually make that now. Interesting. You can make the upgraded versions. You can do that. Zero slate, that's a tier 5. Well, the speed rune increases speed. Efficiency rune just doesn't actually have a recipe. That was odd. Rune of sacrifice. Rune of sacrifice is quite useful, and rune of self-sacrifice is also quite useful because, well, to make all these slates you need blood. To get blood, you either need to take your own blood or sacrifice something. Now, I am pretty sure that if I can find what's the dagger sacrifice. Yes. What is it? That's a sacrificial knife. Dagger sacrifice. Requires a tier 2 blood altar, but it will instantly kill a mob or entity close by the altar when you're stabbed with it, and transfer the LP over to the altar. And the ritual I want to make up here is called the Well of Suffering, which will use some life points to damage mobs in an area around it. Don't think it's that big actually. And put those LP into a nearby altar. So I want to make a sort of self-sustained system here where I'll put an orb in here. You can put if you put one of your already activated orbs, you can see this is linked to me. If you put one in here, it will start absorbing the life points or LP from the altar into your system. -4, so it's irrelevant. But if I put that there, then it can directly power the ritual up here, which will in turn put blood in here, so it'll be a useful self-sustained system. And runes of sacrifice around the altar, and placed with these cobblestones. You can see you actually require quite a bit further and further down. Will increase the amount of LP you get for every damage point. So that's useful. I think I'll just, at that point, maybe move the blaze spawner up there and make a room above the ritual, just so that I have constant generation. Or if we're at that point, can make a proper mob farm. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna take a while anyway. Now, this is my Botania area. It's simple. I just used, well, quite a bit of time to just make some stuff. I'll drop this back in here. I made a Wand of the Forest, which required these living wood, which in turn requires these pure daisies. Now, oh, Yes, I can shift right click with my Lexica Botania. Lexica Botania. Here. Contains one school of knowledge. Oh yes, never mind. If I point at the pure daisy, shift right click, it'll open it. And this just changes wood and stone into living wood and living rock. And as you can see when you put it around there, and I think it's, well, this does say a minute or so. I think it's a bit more. I think it's, was it 80 seconds or something? It's a bit of time. And you can use those to make all sorts of things. Most of the things that you actually need. The first one I made was a diluted mana pool with just 5 living rock because that's needed. I also used the living wood to make the mana spreader, if I can show it. I am shitty. Yes, this mana spreader, which I have over here, because that will take all the mana that these flowers, the nightshade, which generate mana in night, and the day blooms, which do during the day. And then it'll put it into the mana pool. Now, this mana pool is actually created by taking a diluted mana pool and dumping it into mana. You make actually quite a bit of crafting here, just from the mana pool itself. Oh, it's because of functional flora. Never mind. See, the diluted mana pool actually doesn't hold as much. And I forgot to bring food up. Oh well. I'll go and get some meat, because we actually have a lot. I went out. Oh, it's gonna be bothered, isn't it? Murdering. Oh, cook pork chops, lovely. I went out and murdered a lot of stuff around here. Oh, and I am pretty sure I found it. I found, where is it? The TARDIS hat. I found it. I finally found it, so now I will not be hounded for not having found that. I have the TARDIS hat, and I shall wear it, because Jeremy has been on my head for a while, and he should not see the horrors that's going to happen. Now, Botania, I really like Botania. It has some really, really weird stuff in it. If I go back here. It's lovely sorted, so I will just go generating flora. I saw this begonia. It's a horrible wordplay because it uses the drones to actually give mana, and it's just called a begonia. And I just thought that would be really silly, and then I found this entry. Well, it was this or the Venus flytrap, but that one has its own issues. I couldn't stop but just think, they actually made an entry to explain that they took the name Begonia because it was either that or the Venus flytrap. They just had the reference was just weird. It was very entertaining. Then there was the, where is it? Baubles and accessories. Now, I've seen a few of these, and then I went and checked cosmetic baubles. Bow ties. They're cool. Welcome to the Doctor Who. Black tie. And where is it? Where is it? Not for bean sprouts. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's watched that anime, but it's from Nisekoi, where one of the main female characters literally always calls the main male character a bean sprout, and she always wears red ribbons. Where was it? Then there's actually from the Neighbors Club, Haganai. I think that one was called. It's just some weird references to all sorts of weird stuff. And then there was the Google also insert reference. Where is it? Where is it? Dead Alive. I don't understand why Devils won't have something to do with Loki though. I'm not really sure there, but where is it? There we go. The Eerie Mask is from a game where the Eerie Mask exists. Well, am I even allowed to say that it's Majora's Mask? I played that game with one of my friends owned it, and we played it on the Nintendo 64 back in the days. And I was just like, seriously? The worst part is I can actually combine this with an amulet and have it be useful, and it'll show up on my face. I have been so damn tempted to make it, but I don't really know what sort of balls I'd use it for. And then there's the damn shades from what was it? Gurren Lagann. That's a series. It's just they have put so many odd references in, and this one would be funny if you'd actually played on multiplayer server, because everyone would just go, I want a quest. Now, there's a lot of stuff here, and we're not going to use that much of it, because right now we need generating flora. We need some way of producing mana. So I was thinking of doing the begonia. However, it does require these mana petals, yellow, black, and white mana petals, and I'm not sure we actually have enough mana, so I will check that first. You get the petals from all these mystical flowers you find around. We need black, we needed white, and we needed yellow. How many we need? 1, 2, 3, and a yellow mana petal. Yes. So you just break the flowers down. Break it down, yo. Now I am hoping that there's enough mana here. I really hope so, because otherwise this is going to be... Yep! You just drop it in with Q. You can actually do that from the inventory. And works. Did the black one have to be mana as well? That had to be mana as well. Oops. I just pushed Q without actually opening. Good. The basis of crafting here in Botania, at least flowers, is with this petal apothecary. Petal apothecary. It is made with just stone and then any petal that you can get from the flowers, so it's not that bad. You take... It doesn't have water in it, darn it! This is not needed, this is... And you need seeds, and I need a bucket. It has a bucket. Put water in it. You put the petals in it, they're just floating around there, oh so lovely. And then you put the seeds in it. And you got a begonia. Well, in this case, it depends on what the recipe is. I think you can shift right click with one of the forests and get the stuff back. Now I'm going to place... If I put it here, it's still... Yes, you can see here when I look at it, it's highlighted the mana spreader. And when I look at the mana spreader, it's highlighted the mana pool, because that's where it can send it. So that's good, that's found there. Now I'm gonna go, because the bees have been going like... Well, they've been busy bees. I know, it's a bad pun. So I'm gonna grab some cultivated drones, because that's apparently what I can do. And I'm gonna go and... I'm not sure if this actually eats them up all of them at once, or if it's like... It ate it! Can't see it producing anything. Oh, but it is... Oh, that's actually going quite fast. You can see the mana spreader is actually building up the mana before it makes the mana burst. Come on. There we go. And then it sends mana into the mana pool. Holy, you're useful. Can I dump more bees in here? Let's see. How are you going to eat them all? Doesn't seem to be eating them. Is it? Mana spreader is still building up, so I'm guessing it's... Oh, do you want to go? So it does eat them one at a time, I'm guessing. It's very slowly eating them. Well, the begonia is really useful because with the amount of bees we have, that's a huge surplus, and that's sort of ow! I keep forgetting I have that blood letters pack on. Okay, so it does take a small amount of time. Now there's 2 lying there, and it'll eat them one at a time, right? Yeah, it'll eat them one at a time, I guess. But that's the basis for mana production. Now, we are going to need all this lovely mana, because you can make all these funny things. Where is it? I actually can't. That's not the one I want. There's functional flora. Which one is it? I know there's... Yes, this one. That's... Oh no, that's been added. This one was really useful because it will just regenerate your health, but apparently I can't use that on the altar anymore. Darn it! Oh well. None of that. I was hoping that could give it like an easy way around that so that I could get it quite useful. Now, there are a lot of stuff. I think this one makes things grow faster, which is useful. And I know there is one that's supposed to I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be one that actually Jade Amaranth, is that one? Yes, that's the one. This is needed because mystical flowers are a pain to find. And oh, that is horrible. That requires lots of stuff. So, well, I guess the next thing to do would be to make the runic altar. I will, however, just dump some bees there. Just show the rest of the things that I have done before I start that, because, well, this episode's already halfway. Now, I have made machines here, some extra ones, just so that I can have, as you can see, they're not linked together. These are simply for me to whenever I need to polarize something or melt something. And I have removed the interface. That's one. I have also cleaned up a bit. Wait, that's downstairs. Never mind. I have put a chunk loader here because, well, it's sort of necessary to keep the chunks loaded if I want to send stuff here or from here, which I hadn't actually done before. Since I had the quarry right outside the door, it wasn't necessary, but this will keep the chunks around the base loaded. Now, I have added a few more storage cells here because, well, it's a huge influx. I moved the tesseract over here because I wanted all this set up here. Now, these will get filled first, and then I have just put the trash can here with a better filter, allowing all this stuff through. So as soon as they are full, they'll just continue and get dumped in there, and then no more. Then it will continue down here. If it's redstone, will go on. And these, since they can't be sent, yes, you might wonder as to what that's doing there. I forgot to show that. I made a sludge boiler as well for the farms, because yes, the farms actually stop when the harvesters are filled with sludge. Now, it goes behind here, but I have made it so that these do not actually connect except to the first one, where I've put the ores that I want to get processed. So this is also a dense one, just in case, so that even if this is full of ores, it'll just go straight onto this one anyway. And then also pulverized, melted down, dumped in here. Pardon? As you can see, the filter is back here with cinnabar and sulfur. Simply just because, well, this system actually works and it looks really neat. It's dumped directly into the ME interface, and thereby, oh, there's actually something there. And thereby directly into the system, so we actually have quite a bit of stuff here. Oh, yes, I made the orb here. Now, we shouldn't have that much ore. The only one we have is aluminum ore, because I don't really see any reason to process it down. The cinnabar ore, which, well, I could just smelt it down, but I don't have any reason to, because I don't need that much of the, as you can see, the only use for it is making, was it quicksilver? Yes. And that's stormcraft, so I can actually have that. And uranium is deliberately left out because I want to make a reactor at one point using industrial craft. And it's of course powered by uranium. I could also just make one with the big reactors mod because, one, it's easier, two, it doesn't kill you, three, it can't explode. But I really want to try and make one of the I can actually explode reactors at one point, so that's fine. But beside that, I have not been doing that much. No, I haven't really been doing that much else. I have been trying to get the... I'll just put this back in here. I've been trying to get the mana to accumulate over there, but it's really slow because of the day blooms and the night shades. They're not really that fast. So I decided to just, well, not be bothered that much by that. I've been online for some time, and what we need to do is actually set up the quarry. Now, do I remember where I put that? I'm not sure I remember where I put that. I probably put it in one of the chests over here. Yep! I need this, and this. All this. I will also need the... Oops. So there. I'll need the markers. I'm actually going to need another landmark. Oh. Now I need another redstone furnace, or redstone torch. So that I can put it all out of sleep, and then we're going to go out and set up a quarry. Now, I tested it out. I just want to note. I have actually set the quarry up before just so that I could test the system so that I was sure it worked. Basically because I didn't want us to do all this and then have the fly, goddammit, and then have all the items spill out in the base, or even worse over here. So I actually have a hole somewhere around here now, pretty sure, that I dug down. I accidentally hit the mine. Or is it somewhere around here? That's somewhere around here, right? Oh. I tested out over here, so there's a hole going all the way down to the mine somewhere around here. Now, I was thinking of just setting up the quarry practically right over here, because there's not really any reason for me to move it too far away, but I want it over the water so there's not really any problem with, well, any stuff having to get in the way. So here should make... Oh, I probably should have gotten... I need some building blocks. I'll grab some fast... I'll be fast and grab some dirt from over here. I forgot I actually need somewhere to put this stuff. I just tested out with the standard quarry, and it actually dug its way through it in practically no time. So there wasn't really that much for me to do. Now, I am going to need this here. This here, and I can grab this one back. Now I'm going to place this one here, and this one here, and then I'm going to go this way first. There are some useful stuff that I want to make from Botania, because where to go? There it is. What the? Oh, I guess that works. Well, because there's one, I think it's the Sojourner's Sash, that actually makes you move faster as long as you have mana, or a mana source or something on you. That's not good. There we go. And there we go. There we go. And that should be it. There's also the armor, which is the Mana Steel and Terra Steel. I think that's what it's called. Which is really useful because as long as you have a source of mana on you, it'll... darn it. I'll have to make more markers later. Oh well. But because as long as you have those thing on you, it will auto repair. Oops, and I need to put... Why is that not? There. Press the timer. Why is that not? I'm confused now. Why is it doing that? Is it just... what the heck is going on? Whoops. Up, up, up. Okay, so it's building that. Now, did it actually work this time, or did it just auto output? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to. Well, you're gonna dig or what? Come on, work. Is it digging? It is digging. I thought it was. Oh, but this is weird. It's digging, and I'm pretty sure it's sending stuff through right now. Odd. Oh well. But I will just feed a lot of mana to the. I'm gonna feed a lot of bees to the begonias, and I might actually make another one just to be, well, faster. And let's see, does it work? Does it work? Does it work? It should work. Yep. That's a ton of stuff. What the hell? Oh, that's some. What is that? I thought it was cobble, but it's not. Because it is working. As you can see, that will go down there. Yes. That works. Oh, there must be one of those. Oh, no. Abyssal stone from Railcraft. I had some of that before. What's that useful for? And nothing to abyssal blocks. Is that really it? What's abyssal blocks used for? Making stuff that looks pretty. Okay, so abyssal stone is just for decoration. Maybe I should make something out of that. Maybe I should take the Thorncraft and make a tower. A mage's tower, where I'll only work with Thorncraft. Could be fun. I'm getting so much of it. Holy crikey. That is scary. Is there nothing normal down there? No, wait, there's cobblestone in that mix. And some ore, so it's... Well, it's running. And the worst part is it's actually useful because... Well, it's really functional because we're not losing any energy. And even with the... Well, even when the processing is started, it shouldn't actually lose anything. I'm gonna get an overabundance of flint though. Oh, now the core is working and that's good. This will start. This is actually full on types, just not on. I'll probably fill up soon. There's 3 of them where there's nothing in it, but that's good. There's room for more. Now, what I really need to do is set up some auto crafting, but I need to hook these up. So, in between, before next episode, I will make some cables, and I also need to make some storage buses. These ME storage bus. It's not so bad. It requires an interface and a sticky piston. So it's not that bad. I should be able to handle that one in problem. I'm getting so much flint. Well, I need all that flint for it, I don't know. But that is so that I can connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These. Yeah, I'll only stick with these 8 because I don't really care that much about those. I want to hook these up to the system so that we can access them from the entire AE system, and thereby craft directly from them. Since these are locked, it wouldn't do any damage at all whatsoever, even if I accidentally used up the last. And it'll make it easier for me to craft things directly. So that's nice. Now I have this little junk chest. I don't really know what to do with it. It's a lot of odd stuff, and I'm not really sure what I should use these for. I mean, I can make stuff with them, but it's not that useful right now. So this is just where I dump stuff that I don't really need. And then there's still the mob loot, which I I could start transferring it all over because it doesn't make much sense to have it here. Now, oh yes, the wither skeleton skulls. I went to the nether and harvested wither skeletons. It took practically no time because I have made this, the big chopper, which has beheading 5. Now, it's a cleaver, and cleavers naturally have beheading ability, 20% chance. By adding stuff, so I got beheading 5, it now has a 70% chance to behead. Now, why did I do that? Well, because wither skeleton skulls are needed if you need to make a wither. And at one point we're going to need a wither because the blood magic altar actually requires, well, 4 beacons, which is 4, let's see, for the nether stars. And I'm pretty sure there's no way of doing this. This is peaceful mode only. Though I don't really know how you're supposed to get the wither skeleton skulls in peaceful mode. Oh wait, there's something called peaceful table or something. But yeah, that's a bit troublesome. So we're going to have to murder a wither at one point, which is why I would love to get something that helps me from Botania and some awesome stuff from the blood magic, because you can make some really good armor with that. And yeah, hopefully it won't be too much of a mess. And I at least hope what I need. I'm just gonna go over here because I need some of this. I'll just make this into bread while I'm down here. The farm here is steadily moving further and further. It's not really getting anything because the places are spawning so rarely. Because I believe I have players actually have to be within, was it 20 blocks for the spawner for it to work, so yeah, it's not really that useful unless I'm down here. Oh, anyway, it's useful for now and I can always upgrade it later. Also, by defeating the wither we can start getting cursed earth. Cursed earth. Now this is, it spawns mobs, as you can see. And it's, well, horrible. You can see here. Ta-da! We need the division sigil which the wither drops. The cursed earth is something I really want, especially for the ritual, the Well of Suffering. Because, well, that's practically an infinite amount of mobs that will spawn and then get murdered, and that's a lot of blood for me. The only effort is the fact that I actually have to kill a wither for that. But it's not going to be that bad. Compared to some of the other things I have to kill in these mods, the wither isn't actually that bad. You'll see. Well, hopefully not too soon. I really want some good stuff first. I'll work on it. But, as I said, until next time I will work on getting some more mana from for the Botania, just so that I can start making stuff. So next time we come back I'm going to make the altar that we need to craft the runes. So it's not that much mana, but still, compared to how much I had in the beginning, that's a lot. Well, we're gonna need all the mana we can get, so getting this and maybe some better generating flora will probably be an idea. Getting more of it. I think there's quite a few that I can use passively because there's one that works off lava and one off water. Pretty sure the water ones aren't really that useful, or that doesn't generate that much, but we need a lot of mana. And especially when we actually get gear that's powered by it. So I will feed the begonia, get a lot of mana, probably see what it requires just to make the first runes for the tier here. These aren't that bad, the blood runes, and they can be upgraded into the speed runes. So I'm just gonna make, in between this episode and next, a lot of these blank slates, probably a stack or so of it, see if I can find a good way to automate it, and then I'm going to, well, make these and show you how to upgrade the altar. So, oh, it's night again. Wow, this episode went by fast. Actually a bit long over time. Oh well. So, until then, I am Darkstorm of the DPS Gamers. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode, even though it's more of information than actually doing stuff. And next time we will be doing a lot of stuff, not as much information probably. And yeah, if you want to see more adventures, go check out Pent's Adventure part of the channel. If you want horrors, go check out Shu. Oops. Ow, 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 ow! Stop that. By the way, I'm not hurting anymore. I'm not hurting anymore. It's full of LP. Lovely. Ow, ow. I'm hurting. You can check out Shu's Horrors. A little horror corner for anything horror related. And our specials are just a random mix of whatever we want to do. So until next time, Darkstorm of the DPS Gamers signing off. Please like the video if you do, leave us a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!
I will try.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project.
We are currently observing an idiot behind the keyboard. Thank you for your patience.
Seriously, did I miss that? Oh lordy! I'm so stupid. Oh.